Hi, welcome to another Tuesday teaser. I'm Rochelle Bradley, and I'm going to read to you from one of my books. Thank you for joining me today. There's a thunderstorm going on outside, and my cat is in the office, and he is, you can see him, has his little mousey down there, his little scratching pad. He just wants to be in here with me. It's funny, if I would put him out, he would just go like this on the door and meow, letting me know that he's unhappy with which side of the door that he is on. But if I close the door and he's in here, he would be going like this to get out. So the door is cracked and my son is playing Xbox in the next room, so we might hear him shout, we might hear thunder, and we might hear the cat. So I'm just giving you 411 on the different noises. So anyway, I wanted to let you know what story I'm going to be reading from tonight. It actually was released in an anthology yesterday. That's July 27th. It's also my daughter's birthday. She's now 20, and I am not old enough to have a child that old. Beauty from Ashes, and it is by the Authors and Dancers Against Cancer, and the Authors and Dancers Against Cancer is a book event that I went to last year, and then this year it was canceled because of COVID. They are going to host another one. It's in Toledo. But they're not doing one next year. It's not until 2020. So this is a good one to put on your calendar in advance and plan ahead. They have a Facebook group, Authors and Dancers Against Cancer. Just search for it and you'll find it and all the info available, plus all the authors that are going to be there. Well, I guess it could change. But anyway, this year, we were planning on doing the anthology and then releasing it, at the event. But this year we're, it's just, life is crazy. So we are still having the anthology, and I wrote one of the stories for it. And the whole point of it is to raise money for the charity. The charity is Dancers Against Cancer. Beauty from Ashes is now available on Amazon. It's only $3.99, and all the proceeds go to charity. So if you would like to, I believe it's 19 authors are in this thing. So I'm only one of the 19, and my story is set in Fortuna, Texas, so it's part of my world. And if you've read any of the Fortuna, Texas series, you are familiar with a few of the characters. The main character, the hero, is Sawyer Hickey, and he's been in, I think all of the stories, at least the first 3. He might not be in 4. If he is, he's kind of like an honorable mention. Anyway, and Stephanie Malone, she is Gimme Malone's sister. If you remember from the stories, Gimme Malone is kind of like the punk. He's young and, open mouth, insert foot kind of talk. Gets him in trouble with Josiah, I believe. Gets him in trouble with Cole as well. He doesn't have a filter, and he's an annoying kind of not mean, but I don't know. He's blunt, and his teasing comes across as kind of, I don't know, inappropriate. He's not funny like Desire. And just to let you know, Desire is also in this story. The story is called The Playboy's Pretend Fiancée. And I'm going to read a little bit of it coming up. And a little preface here. Sawyer is kind of running from his inheritance. Well, not his inheritance per se. He's fine with spending the money, but he's running from the obligations. He's got a large piece of property that he and his paternal aunt kind of share. She's allowed to live there. He's going to be inheriting it all. A lot of land. They're fairly wealthy because they were like a bunch of businesses back in the day. And Sawyer has needed to grow up. And of course, if you know from book 3, and well, I guess 1 and 2, also he was dating Kelly, and then they were on again, off again, and then they were done, and he had to, deal with that. He screwed up, and by the time he realized that he liked her, she had already moved on, kind of thing. And I'm sorry if there's spoilers, but it's just basic relationship stuff. He needed to make a decision and grow up, so he went to work for the Big Deal Ranch, which is owned by Brad Davidson, and he learned to love hard work. And so ranching is kind of like what he wants to do. So he has this large piece of property, and he is thinking about changing it into a ranch. But he gets a call that his aunt, he finds out through the grapevine in a small town, but it took a long time for him to get, everybody else knew before he knew, that his aunt had cancer. And Stephanie knows his aunt because they're both a part of the Fortuna Historical Society. And I'm sorry to go on and on, but I'm trying to set this up so that you guys kind of know where we are. And because Wanda has cancer and has been dealing with, the cancer treatments, she hasn't been going out as much. So they're having the Historical Society meeting at her house because, well, she has the space, and besides, they want to include her because they care about her. And so in this scene is from Stephanie's point of view, because the last Tuesday teaser I did and the story, it's actually in Sawyer's point of view before, when he finds out about his aunt. So if you want to listen to that, I'll put the link right here maybe, or here, I don't know, one of these places. Anyway, so I'm going to read from the Playboy's Pretend Fiancée, and I hope you enjoy it. Nan opened the door of the Cummings house. The older woman's bright white smile contrasted her creamy milk chocolate skin. Welcome, Stephanie. We'll be meeting upstairs today in Wanda's sitting room. I'm glad she's up to the Historical Society's meeting, Stephanie said, entering the foyer. Go on up. It's to the right, second door on the left, Nan pointed. Holding the thick handrail, Stephanie climbed but hesitated at the split. She continued up the left side, followed the hallway to the balcony overlooking the library. The windows, covered with heavy curtains, let minimal light into the cavernous room. Sheets had been thrown over the leather chairs. It reminded her of something from a horror movie and was nothing like the brilliant room she'd seen before. Only once before, when Sawyer had lured her with the treasure. He'd caught her, then kissed her. She touched her lips and quivered, remembering his kiss. Breathless, she backed out of the library and hurried to the stairs. Sandy Beach was huffing up the stairwell and met her eyes. I thought it was to the right. It is. Stephanie followed the realtor to the sitting room, glancing around. Stephanie noted most of the committee had arrived. Wanda sat in a small plush armchair, her walker within reach. She seemed frail despite her smile. She wore a pink short-sleeved blouse, exposing several gauze pads taped to her arms. Stephanie nodded to the other women and Walter Mellon. She found a seat on a mauve camelback sofa. Nan came in with a pitcher of lemonade and began pouring them all a glass. Sandy helped pass them out. Thank you all for coming here, Wanda said, sweeping her arm in a grand gesture. No problem, Sandy said. We're glad you're up to it, Walter replied. Yes. So, what about the owner of 155 Main Street? Wanda asked, glancing down at a paper. Are they in compliance with the historical district yet? Walter cleared his throat. I spoke to the owner. They plan to get quotes on the restoration. Good, Wanda said. As the meeting continued, Stephanie watched Wanda, Her shoulders drooped, and the older woman hid a few yawns. Stephanie met Nan's gaze. She shook her head and pursed her lips. Nan and Wanda had been friends most of their adult life. Both never married or had children. Stephanie had heard some of their adventures of traveling together. After the meeting ended, Stephanie helped Nan take the glasses to the kitchen. Nan washed the pitcher. Wanda would like to speak with you if you can spare a minute, Nan said as she dried the pitcher. Sure, if you think she's up to it, Stephanie replied, but I don't want to wear her out. Nan sighed and faced Stephanie. I'm worried about her. Her energy isn't what it used to be. She naps all the time. I'm glad she has this group and so many friends who visit. It keeps her occupied. So, should I leave then? Oh, heavens no, child, Nan chuckled. Her eyes crinkled into half moons. You march up there and talk to her, or else I'll never hear the end of it. Stephanie nodded. I'll save you. Shoo! Better go, or Wanda will come find you, Nan said, waving a dish towel. Once Stephanie had reached the door, Nan called, I like her idea. I hope you will too. Curiosity had Stephanie dashing up the stairs. Breathing heavily, she calmed her racing heart. Another mystery in the Cummings estate house. Wanda glanced up with inviting blue eyes. Thanks for coming, Stephanie. I know you probably have plans. You're my date tonight, Ms. Hickey, Stephanie said, taking a vacant seat next to Wanda. That's surprising for a pretty young lady. Wanda patted Stephanie's arm. I have a question for you. Is it true you're looking for a place to live? Stephanie nodded. Yes, my landlord sold the building, and I have to move out by the end of the month. I have a proposition for you. Wanda stood with the support of her walker. Come over here to the window, dear. See that garage? It has an apartment. Would you like to live on the Cummings estate? Stephanie stared at the four-car garage with full second story. The property was further from town and the bank, but the countryside was beautiful. She squelched her excitement to ask, how much is the rent? So that ends today's Tuesday teaser. I hope it piqued your curiosity about the treasure and about why Stephanie would like to live on the property, and a little bit about Wanda and her friend Nan. I'd like to tell you a little bit about what's going on. Obviously, I have the two anthologies. This one, I actually have a physical copy now. The Take Two anthology. It was published both paperback and ebook. It's also it was July 18th, and all the proceeds go to charity. This one, I forget how many authors. I think it's like 25 or something. But it's got, oh my gosh, it's heavy. It's got over 600 pages. But all the money, like I said, goes to charity. And this one has, here we go again. This is all second chance romance. So if you like second chance romance, you're going to get a ton of stories in this one. Plus, you're going to help out Thistle Farms, which is a charity that helps get women off the streets. And if they have any kind of abuse issues with substance abuse issues, it helps them to rehabilitate and heal. And it gives them, they make like chapsticks and candles and all kinds of things like that, lotions. And it teaches them how to make it and to design put the containers and, pack everything. I mean, that's an awesome charity. The Playboy's Pretend Fiancée is in Beauty from Ashes, which is Authors and Dancers Against Cancer anthology, and that one has 19 authors. And they have stories about dancing, stories about cancer. Like in my story, Sawyer's aunt has cancer. But my story is also has some humor in it. It's not sad. Well, I mean, it might be a little bit sad, but it's not too horribly. Because if you know Fortuna, there's a lot of funny things. Besides, Desire Hardman is in it. You know, she's just hilarious, and I love her. So she's one of Wanda's friends, and she's also Nan's friend. So you know, they're the part of the church pew, the first pew ladies, Desire's little old lady gang. Anyway, so I got those two books. I had cover reveal for another anthology called Who's the Fairest? A Sisters Grimm anthology. And that one, of course, is fairy tale retellings. And my story in that is called Dragonfly Wishes. It is not in Fortuna. It has to do with, it's contemporary. So it's set in our world. And it is a retelling of The Fisherman's Wife, but it is very loose. There's no fisherman or a wife, but there is, instead of a magic talking fish, there is a magic dragonfly who grants wishes. Obviously, that's where the title comes from. And I just wanted to let you know that one, we had the cover reveal last week, and now it's I had my cover reveal for my story as well as the anthology, and that one is releasing October 20th, and it's only 99 cents. That's the pre-sale price, so you can get it on Apple, Nook, Amazon, and Barnes and there's another one, I can't remember which one. Sorry, Kobo maybe? Anyway, you can pre-order on all of the platforms. Once it's out for a certain length of time, the price will go up only to like $2.99 or something like that. It's not extreme, but it's going to go into Kindle Unlimited. So if you are you a KU person, don't want to spend 99 cents on the pre-order, then you can wait, and it'll be in KU eventually. So once the anthologies have their run, which is usually 3 months, depending. I mean, I guess it depends on how well they're selling. I'm getting my stories back, and then they will be available just as their own little story and not part of the anthology. So in that regards, I have covers for all 3 of those anthology pieces, and I will be, if you go to Rochelle Bradley's Fans of Fortuna, this week is my birthday week, and I'm going to be having giveaways, and I'll do both my cover reveals for my Fortuna novellas this week in my Fans of Fortuna group. So it's a closed group, so you're going to have to ask to join, and then once you get in there, you can check out the just all over the place. If you search for giveaway, I did a hashtag for giveaways, things that are happening, games, just some humor. I love to post funny things, so come and check it out. Join the fun. We are up over 100 people now, so that's awesome. Yay! And thank you guys for being there and for celebrating with me. I appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed the teaser. And I am looking forward to showing you my new covers, because they are pretty. And they look, I mean, they look like the other Fortuna novels in a way. I have a new cover designer, and she did awesome. So I'm really, really happy with this cover designer. Yay! So I hope you guys join me, and stay tuned and join in the fun. I totally forgot. I was going to show you some of these prizes for the giveaways and things. I've got wine glasses, and this one says, either give me more wine or leave me alone. I've got this cool thing, which I have one. Actually, this is mine. I'm not gonna give you this one unless you want me to sign one. I can sign you one, but no, I've got one brand new in a box. This is actually a solar charger. It's really cool. It opens and you put your USB in, so you can totally charge it up. Lights up. I can see the little dot. The dots are lit. So it's fully charged because it's I plugged it in and fully charged it. So I have this light that I can use for when I go to do author interviews or whenever, like now. And it has a USB for the little light. So I put it in there, or I use it for my phone when I need it, and the light will go down. But if I'm out and about, turn it off. Trying to get the lights to go out. Well, when it's charging, when it just the solar panels you use, it has a little green dot. It also, if you hold this down, has a little flashlight. See, it's kind of cool. Let's see what else I got for you. Oh. Starbucks gift card. So if you like Starbucks, be on the lookout for that. And, well, I won't bring it up. I can give this away. Anybody wants a signed copy? Also, I have another. It's a ladies' nightshirt. It's a size large, and it is. I have a picture of it, and it's on one of the posts that says "Part-time to Party." So if you look at that, there's a picture of it, and if I think about it, I'll post it here. So anyway, come and join the party because there's going to be lots of fun stuff and lots of giveaways. And I'm sorry I forgot to tell you earlier, but lots going on. I'll talk to you later. And once again, I'll see you next time.